Hello and welcome to another update video about RUNE. Yeah, on the RUNE chart we see a sharp decline at the moment together with the market, the general market today. This yellow wave count now starts to make some sense with a deeper pullback in an ABC structure. Any upside rally attempts failed. Our warning here on this channel was most recently the break of the 61.8 retracement. That was at around $5.40. That was the warning that the price has failed to form a 5-wave rally to the upside and therefore has failed to complete a, let's say, substantial low here with a rally to come. No, we are still in a correction. Not necessarily a problem on the RUNE chart. The rally initially into the 2024 highs was quite substantial. And now it's getting corrected. There is still plenty of space before we need to start to worry about this chart. That would be a break below $1.40. Overall, I'm still maintaining an overall bullish perspective on the RUNE chart, but we are now clearly in a correction, which I see as a wave C. And I would expect at least a move down to $3.40, which is the 78.6 extension of the initial A wave. Maybe we get to 276, which is the 100% extension. Yeah. Reason I'm saying 340, it is a bit shorter than what a C wave would normally do, but it is one of the relevant C wave targets. But it is very close to a wave 4 of one lesser wave degree. And a wave 2, sometimes they tend to finish in that region. And therefore, I just added this as an additional level. And want to see first how the price reacts to this, 340. I always find that, if it is that close, one of the relevant FIB levels to a previous wave 4, then I would still expect that FIB level to be reached. But we'll see. I mean, for now, next structural support is here around $4.30. We need to break below these swing lows. And at the moment, it really looks as if the market wants to do it. If this is an A wave, if this is a B wave, then the move down is likely the C wave of this wave 2 correction. And as I said, the next FIB level is then at $4.15, but that doesn't look like the wave C could finish here because it would be too short for a C wave. I'd prefer to stretch a bit further, for example, to the 78.6 extension or the 100% extension. In addition to that, we've got the $3 mark, which is the 50% retracement level along the way as well. So we are clearly in some kind of a correction. The levels should be clear. I'm not worrying about this chart until we break below $1.40. But I think from a mindset point of view, it is reasonable that the focus is on the downside at the moment in the short term. Anybody who followed the previous updates about RUNE knew that the $5, I think it was $5.40 or $5.50, when that level broke, we needed to start to focus on the downside. Since then, because that was micro support, since then the price has already declined another, well, nearly 20%, like 18%, right? So these levels are important because they tell us when probabilities start to shift. And what I want to do as well, I want to explore if there are any other levels we can watch here. Maybe even trend lines, anything that is relevant. So let's put some trend lines on the chart because, there isn't really anything else we can highlight here, but they could offer some additional levels. I already mentioned the wave 4 structural support. I mentioned the Fibonacci support levels. Now we can see if there are some levels that we could watch in addition. Trend lines, for example. There is one here which cuts right through the yellow support zone. So that would be just below the $2.76 level, just below the 100% extension level. And here we broke this one. So yeah, that's the only one I can really add because we broke below the one that I could draw, which cut through basically, yeah, something like $6. Anything else? Maybe this one here could be, but also that broke today. So yeah, I don't think there are any other support or trend lines that could support the price. Maybe on the longer time frame, but even that looks as if, yeah, there is one more, which is a little bit less steep. Okay, so we've got 3 trend lines here that we could watch. They might support the price going forward here as we dip into the support region. So just pay attention to these maybe, but they are just basically exactly in the area where we would expect a, let's say, where we would expect some support from the Fibonacci levels anyway. So let me move this white zone out a little bit. Okay, and then we can see all these levels more clearly. And that gives us good Fibonacci confluence in this area, which basically starts at $3.41 and goes down to $1.90. This is a specific, let's say, target zone for the C wave of wave 2 within the larger wave 2 correction. So that's sort of what I'm watching as we go lower. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.